What's up, squad? Pooh Shiesty just got exposed. This is a CO that was a CO at the same prison that Pooh Shiesty was being held at, and he pretty much exposed. What I'm hearing, he exposed a lot about Pooh Shiesty in his video. Okay, now listen, I accidentally cut some of my eyebrow off while I was giving myself routine maintenance around my face. Don't. Just go ahead and get your jokes off, bro. But don't ask me no questions. What's trying to tell eyebrow? Shut the fuck up.
Like it wasn't like I was looking on TMZ. This stupid mother.
That first line tells me it's personal, because why are you calling that man out of his name?
From Shoe, I guess some article got out. I forget what they broke it. I think it was on Gilly. They were talking about that. Shiesty said he was
$1 million worth of game.
No, he was in the million. Yeah, that guy. Yeah. But he said that he was in the middle of a race riot where it was like a 3-on-1 or like 3 Mexicans died.
That never happened.
No.
Now at first I think, okay, maybe.
Help! He said that never happened. I ain't gonna lie though. I wouldn't be surprised because every nigga from prison come home with some lies. Man, hell, I wasn't scared. I ran to y'all. Every one of y'all in the prison. Y'all all ran to y'all. Y'all all ran to that. Everybody ran it. That's what every rapper say. Every rapper come home, yeah, I got 57 bodies. I was El Chapo. I had 1,000 bricks. I went to prison. I ain't snitch on nobody. I held it down. I was the man. And nobody played with me. I wasn't scared of nothing. Niggas knew better than y'all got the same story, man. Y'all asses in there scared like everybody else, man.
He's just trying to clear up certain rumors because he works there, right? And he takes the security of the prison pretty seriously. So if somebody comes out of jail and they make up this lie that makes the prison look unsafe, then he's upset and mad. But I quickly found out this dude is not upset about anything principled. This dude is just clout chasing. This is just clout chasing in general. Like this has to disqualify you from ever working as a CEO again, right? Because is this allowed? Like, you work as a CEO, you interact with these people, and then you leave your job and go and gossip on a random podcast about the celebrities who you had to watch. To me, that's just unethical, like completely.
I'm gonna be honest though. Everybody gossip. so that's my disagreement with Flacco at this point. I feel like everybody gossip. I feel like Flacco gossip. I feel like what we doing right now is gossiping. Because we don't know Pooh Shiesty and we don't know that nigga. We talking about some niggas that, you know what I'm saying? Everybody gossip. So I disagree with people when they say like, oh, y'all gossiping, y'all doing this. But they was on Thug tip when he was, you know, saying stuff to his girl, having private conversations. But we all do that, bro. It's not a sassy thing. It's not a, you know what I'm saying? It's men, women, everybody gossip. Everybody talk about the definition of gossip. I will give it to you right now, nigga. Gossip definition. The definition of gossip is casual or idle talk, usually consisting of rumors or unconfirmed details about the private and personal affairs of others. So if you ever talked about another motherfucker, you gossiped. Everybody gossips, bro.
So he tells a story on how he believes that Pooh Shiesty is actually soft. Pooh Shiesty was not a gangster in prison. Pooh Shiesty, was actually soft. He did a couple of suspect and sketchy things in prison and questionable things, that should disqualify him from ever claiming to be gangster in the outside world. I'm just sitting back and watching this and thinking, why do a correctional officer care this much to go on a...
I don't think he cared though, bro. Honestly, I think he don't like gangbangers, just like I don't, just like Flacco don't, just like a lot of people don't. We don't like gangbangers and we speak out against it. I don't think he's doing nothing different than what we doing.
Podcast and speak this passionately about Pooh Shiesty's street credibility. Why do you care?
Bro, what the f? If that happened at Victorville, the most notorious federal prison, that in Beaumont, like that in Beaumont is this, yeah. Like 1,000%. If 3 motherfuckers died there, like if there was what he said, a race riot, yeah. That should have been on so he was a wheelchair pusher for a BMF associate. So when he's a wheelchair pusher, like, you know what he's there for. Like, he's paying for protection. Magically, he was only on the yard for a couple months. He got popped on a UA, and he went to SHU. And when he served his time, his DS time for being there for a failed drug test, he refused to go back out to the yard. In that world, it doesn't matter if you're a gangster. It doesn't matter whatever world you go by. when you're done with your segregation time, you're supposed to walk the yard. That doesn't matter if you are about your. If you don't have a bad jacket, you're supposed to hit that mother and you go out to the compound. That's what prison is.
Everything about clowns like this disgusts
I don't
me.
know.
Like,
I'm gonna be honest. I don't understand that. Like all of how y'all got rules in prison? Nigga, I'm finna take my ass in this. You take your ass in that cell and read you a book. Somebody said I gotta walk the yard. Nigga, you better get your
absolutely
goofy ass
disgusted
out.
at this behavior.
Damn.
I'm disgusted, bro. First off, I don't give a damn if Pooh Shiesty was scared, if he was gangster in prison. I don't care, bro. Right? But you know what I don't care about? I don't care about the police telling me what gangster is. Sir, you are a literal cop. You are an officer. You are an officer, sir. Why are you so infatuated with street credibility? You are a cop. You are a cop. Yo, this man is talking like, oh, nah, bro, you supposed to walk the line. Yeah, you supposed to be gay. Nah, you know what you signed up for? Bro, you a police officer. What are we talking about here, bro? Yo, if you look at Pooh Shiesty file for, in your words, doing police activity, then how do you view yourself? How do you view people like you?
Have you ever needed your paycheck to just come a little early? Like, yeah, you get paid on Friday, but it's Tuesday and you need the money now. There's a banking app called Current, and they got a whole bunch of super useful features on this app. And one of the best features is it lets you access up to $750 of your paycheck early if you qualify. With Current, you get a full list of features like paycheck advance, fee-free overdraft, the build card, and more. Now, paycheck advance is my favorite, but if you focused on building credit, or if you just want a smoother way to manage your money, it handles everything in one app. And I know how I feel for your paycheck to be coming Friday, but you need your money Monday, and it's an emergency, and you need that money now, and you can't get that money now because you gotta wait, but you can't wait. And that's why I partner with them. And right now, they're giving $75 to anybody who signs up for the Current app using the link that's in my description or scanning the QR code that's on the screen. If you scan the QR code, it'll take you straight to the sign-up page where you can create your account. Just go through the normal sign-up steps, enter your information, and order your Current card. After you complete those steps, you'll see the option that pops up to enter my promo code. And that promo code is going to access your $75 when you switch your direct deposit. Make sure you go through the full sign-up process so you do not miss out on the $75. If you ever feel like managing money is stressful or even just tight sometimes, it's definitely worth just checking out because that's literally what it's designed for. Helping people just like you stay more on top of your finances.
This is sickening. This is disgusting. This is some nasty work, bro. But we know, dude.
I don't think it's nasty, bro. I think Flacco looking at it the wrong way. Dude is the police. Police ain't gonna like gangbangers. Gangbangers don't like police. Gangbangers get on Instagram, YouTube, everything, call everybody rats, everybody snitches, everybody police. They hate the police and the police hate them. That just is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Anybody who's a law-abiding citizen hates gangsters or gangbangers or killers and robbers. We don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying? I think that's all he doing. I don't think he doing nothing different. Like I said for the third, fourth time, I don't think he doing nothing different than what I'm doing, what Flacco doing, what Trap Lord Ross does, what Vlad TV does. Like, he's sitting down talking about another person, talking about something that people want to hear about. You know what I'm saying? So I don't personally think he doing nothing wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Like this.
He ain't talking about his mama or his dog or his kids if he had them or none of that. You know what I'm saying?
Bruh, we know these type of white boys, man. Bro, they grow up with like two black friends, and all of a sudden they think that they are part of the cookout. They can come to the barbecue. They can get down with the get down.
I don't think that's
they know what's happening, y'all.
This ain't what I took from that at all.
Hey, bro. Yo, Pooh Shiesty got to find a way to sue the living heck out of this dude, bro. And you can even see how he's talking with like the profanity and the cussing. If Pooh Shiesty was in front of him, I guarantee you he wouldn't do this. Like,
yes,
he probably felt
CO.
bold and powerful in prison, so he could probably talk how he talked. But if Pooh Shiesty was in front of him, do you think this white boy is saying what he's saying? Do you think he's being as disrespectful as he's being?
Yeah, I do.
I don't think so. Like, at all.
I do.
At all.
I do.
So now he tells a story
but,
of how—
I mean, COs have the right to, because, like I said, everybody who goes to prison come home and oversaws how gangster they is, how savage they was, how how niggas ain't play with them, how they knocked everybody out, how they got niggas killed, and they was the biggest gangsters on the yard and you know what I'm saying? But a CO would really know that. It's just like you ever hear a nigga be on Instagram popping it, just popping it. Then you talk to his sister or his girlfriend, and they tell you the real truth. Like that nigga, that ain't even that nigga car. That's his homie car. You know what I'm saying? Like it's kind of like the same thing. Like ain't nobody gonna know better about what's going on than the CO. Like he gonna know.
Pooh Shiesty refuses to leave PC or to leave wherever he was at, and because he did that, they considered it PC or they considered it rolling up.
Anymore, you can go back out to the yard and you say no. You're checking the. That's asking for protective custody. Whether you say I want help or protect me, please. When you say I'm not going anywhere, that's unofficially saying I need help. And he kept refusing. So I think it's every 30 days. It's a certain amount. I forget. I don't want to say, or it's every 90 days. One of those, they have to serve him again. It's a shot to get him to kick out. We're ordering you out. This is what you're going to get. And I think it's 307, like refusing programming or refusing an order. I remember a little bit, but just something simple like that. That's all you need, a 300 series. And they keep stacking it and stacking and stacking it. It builds up and they ship them somewhere else. So that tells you he was no good when he got out. So not only were you no good while you were in, you were definitely no good when you came back out after you went in there bragging about something you were not. You were a wheelchair pusher for a BMF associate, and you ran with the Muslims.
Is that what?
There's been questions about Pooh Shiesty
Pusher.
I don't know what Flacco talking about right now. I believe everything he said because just like I said again for the umpteenth time, these gangsters do not be as gangster as they claim to be. They be as big as gangsters on the internet, but when the shots start firing, they run just like everybody else. You feel me? When niggas start shooting at them, they run like everybody else. When the police pull up, they run just like everybody else. When they life threatened and on the prison yard and somebody want to kill them, they go to PC just like anybody else would do, though, okay? They just talk that gangster shit. You know what I'm saying? It's real easy when you got 50 of your homeboys and Pooh Shiesty, and Gucci Mane in there by itself, and you put a Draco to his face and you tell him what to do. You know what I'm saying? That's real easy to be gangster. It's real easy to shoot you shot a nigga in the ass, the sneaker reseller, bro. Like he was just coming to sell you some sneakers, a little white boy. You shot him in the ass in Miami. It's easy to do that, but have you seen Pooh Shiesty do anything to somebody that do something back to him? You ain't really seen him really like just go. I ain't seen it to the point where I believe like you just a barbarian, gorilla, lion. You ain't scared to die. You don't care about nothing. You just shooting it out with the police. Like I ain't seen nothing crazy like that from none of these niggas, bro. I think everybody playing when it come to that gangster talking shit.
For a BMF associate, and you ran with the Muslims.
Is that what?
There's been questions about Pooh Shiesty's paperwork. There's certain things like the proffer and other things of that sort. But all his co-defendants, I guess, agreed.
Of course,
that they all
bro.
agreed to the proffer. They all agreed to what was going to be in the proffer. They all agreed to what Pooh Shiesty was going to take credit for and what they were going to take credit for. They all agreed, on exactly what was going to happen before they all signed up for the proffer or they all pled guilty. So,
yeah, right.
Like,
you believe that?
I've seen a few people like try to bring it up or try to accuse Pooh Shiesty of being a rat. But for the most part, Pooh Shiesty like kind of overcame the rat accusations, and dare I say he kind of proved it wrong. He kind of proved he didn't tell. He kind of proved he didn't rat. But this dude would insinuate that Pooh Shiesty was no good. His paperwork wasn't straight, and that's why he didn't want to walk the main line because that paperwork wasn't good and wasn't straight. And as you listen to this, I want to remind you, this is a police officer saying this. This is an officer saying this, bro. If Pooh Shiesty is police for taking a plea deal, then what do we call you? How should we treat you?
But he the police. I don't know. Flacco's missing me on this video. Usually me and Flacco is here. That nigga all the way on the left side of what you feel me? I'm not feeling nothing he talking about right now. I ain't gonna lie to you. He the police. He ain't never claimed to be gangster. He don't gotta act like he gangster. Civilians, police officers, regular people don't have to abide by the same rules as a gangster. I never claimed to be a gangster. So when you see me, you supposed to smack the shit out of me. I'm supposed to be the quote unquote bitch. I'm supposed to be the civilian, the goofy, the police. I'm supposed to be the goofy. Smack the shit out of me then. Come on, smack me. Why you ain't smack me? Type shit. You know what I'm saying? So that's how it look with when the police come at it. Like, you feel me? Like, the police is police, bro. Like, they police. They know they police. They ain't playing gangster. But Why you fucking around? The police really the biggest gangsters in the world, nigga. And you really can't even out gangster them. You can't out gangster no police, nigga. They come 600 deep with battering ram sticks, helmets, big ass armored trucks outside, and breaking your crib at 4 o'clock in the morning, snatch your ass up, run through your shit, steal your stuff, give it to the government, and use that shit to pay their bills. What's more gangster than that? Then lock your ass up and say, sit right here, boy, till I tell you can leave. What's more gangster than the police? They pull your ass over here, get your ass out the car, boy. They put handcuffs on you. They drag you around. They beat you. You play with them, they shoot you. You play with them, they tase you. What's real? When you really think about it, what's more gangster than the police? You see what I'm saying?
All right. Yo, there's certain like professions, man, like I don't know, bro, like correctional officers, doctors, nurses. I feel like there should be at least some form of secrecy, some form of NDAs involved, bro. Like we know like doctors got HIPAA laws, but there should be some oath to secrecy involved here, bro.
Why?
A correctional officer shouldn't get right like the power and the authority to rule over somebody when they're in their most vulnerable moment. Because jail is somebody's most vulnerable moment. Jail is when somebody is at their lowest. You don't get to rule over somebody or like work with somebody or run them when they are at their lowest and then come out and spill all their gossip and spill everything. Like this is just terrible. I look at you as a foul human being. Nobody gives a damn what you think about Pooh Shiesty. He's a rat. He's not a rat. Nobody cares.
A lot of people
We're
care.
looking at you flawed more than we're looking at Pooh Shiesty.
Nobody's looking at him flawed. Nobody is looking at him flawed because he's seen some shit in prison. What's the difference between what he doing and what every rapper do? I don't know. I don't know what Flacco smoked today, but
what he says in regards to Pooh Shiesty being scared to walk the main line, like I don't think so, bro. But Pooh Shiesty paperwork checked out for the most part, and also, bro, Pooh Shiesty took that plea deal. What, like 3 years into him being incarcerated? So that plea deal will have nothing to do with Pooh Shiesty walking the main line the first 3 years, right? Now he also tried to shame Pooh Shiesty for converting to Muslim, claiming that he only did it for protection. Yeah, a lot of people do. Who give a damn? All right. Yo, I would take this more seriously if somebody who was in jail with Pooh Shiesty come out and exposes Pooh Shiesty for being soft, for ducking smoke, et cetera, et cetera. Then we can have a conversation. I don't take nothing seriously coming from a CO who wants to be a gangster, from a white boy who wants to be black. I'm not taking nothing that's being said seriously.
But he ran with the Muslims?
Yes.
All right, break down what running with a Muslim means in prison.
They're not officially a gang. It's kind of like how the Paisas are with the Mexican mafia or the Sureños. If you're not a homie, you're falling in, you're a resident. Like you have to have some type of people. You went Muslim for protection.
Yeah.
You fall in line with a Muslim car inside prison because Allah forgives all. I don't give a who that rubs wrong. I don't care how people take that.
It's a hard fact. I mean, again,
Yeah.
I don't have anything against Muslims.
Me either, not at all.
I actually think religion is a good thing for people.
I have a friend that's a living embodiment of what a Muslim is. Like he lives it to the T.
Many people who have sex offenses become Muslims in prison for protection.
Yes.
Because when they get out, they're not Muslim. So
that tells you that Shiesty went Muslim for protection.
Yeah. So, and now it's
around them all the time.
But it's like, I think what he's saying is, if you such a gangster, why you gotta come in here and play Muslim so you can get protection in prison? And then come home and you ain't Muslim. And then come home and rob Gucci Mane. You feel me? Why you gotta do that if you a savage gangster? You ain't scared of none. You would kill any nigga that play with you. Why you gotta do that? I think the image and the portrayal of a quote unquote gangster in itself is cap. Like I think the whole thing is cap. Because ain't nobody, it's probably for every million people, bro, it's probably like 10 people that's really gangster. They ain't scared to die. They ain't scared to go to jail. They ain't scared to kill. They don't give a damn about nothing. They just, you know what I'm saying? Most people ain't like that, bro. We ain't really trying to die. We ain't trying to kill nobody. We ain't trying to get killed. You know what I'm saying? Like that ain't what's going on in the world, gang. You feel me? So, yeah, like I don't know, bro. That's how I feel personally. And I think it's been proven a million times.
Right. Like, I may be the loudest person. I may be talking the most. I may be one of the most violent COs that people know because I respond to. But I'm also that mother It's always around. I'm always laughing. I'm always talking. I'm always filling out the environment. I'm always around. I'm here. So that's kind of what I was addicted to. So like I would sit there and like I put my foot on one of the bench. Shiesty missed a layup, and I was yeah. So and I'm like, oh, so when you're talking about a shooter, you definitely weren't talking about basketball because he talks about being a shooter in all his music. So like this little corny, but his interactions with us on a day-to-day basis, there was nobody that he may have given attitude to, but this was nobody. You know, so like when you see that video, like I understand.
That's another thing too. Every gangster that go to jail, they ain't gangster no more. You don't see niggas act gangster with the police, especially not in prison. Hey boy, get your ass up. How you act gangster with a motherfucker who come to your cell and tell you to strip butt naked and spread your ass open, bend over and cough 3 times, and you do it? Yes, sir. And you do it. And you gonna come home and play gangster? It's impossible, bro. That's why I look at everybody who claim to be gangster. Y'all is funny as hell to me. It's the funniest, most delusional people in the world. So you gangster as hell on the street, but then you go to prison and you stripping naked. You showering with a bunch of other naked grown ass men in here. You sharing a toilet with another grown man. The same place you shit is the same place you use to refrigerate your drinks. You like, what the fuck? How is that gangster? You let another grown man with a suit on that they call a correctional officer come to your cell and say, yeah, boy, lockup time, go to sleep. And you go, yes, sir. They come to your cell and say, yeah, come turn around, spread your ass open, bend over and cough 3 times, boy. Grab your balls and lift them up. Let me see them, boy. Do like this. Spread your toes out. Do like this and show. What's your tattoo say? You got some new tattoo? Hey, come do this drug test. Oh, you failed the drug test? You going to the hole. Solitary confinement. Don't get up. Don't say nothing. You gonna eat when I tell you to eat, boy. How you gangster and you like that's like what the fuck? Like I don't know, gang. That's why I really don't understand how a nigga can be gangster, quote unquote, go to prison, experience that shit for years. Do you even know what the fuck you was like? Dude, like, bro, you know how much shit you forgot that you did 2-3 years ago? Can you imagine going to prison and doing that shit every single day for 3 years? And then come home and do some more quote unquote gangster shit and go back? There's something wrong with y'all.
He has all those people. I understand why guns make people feel tough. That's all I saw from that. So there's a lot of people that are really gangsters with or without guns, right. And you know that in prison. You know who the are real.
After
right.
he left, was there talk?
That's another thing I agree with. Most of these niggas is not tough with guns. They got guns or they got 50 niggas with them or whatever the case is. They tough as hell. No guns, no homies with them, no none of that. They ain't tough. They just talk like they is. You know what I'm saying? Which is something that I just never could respect for real. But that's just me.
About him.
Not even talking about Pooh Shiesty because I don't know if he...
Like everyone thought he was arrested, especially when he didn't come back out. Listen, he was paying for protection. I think he didn't come back out because his Spotify streams were made. That was when Gucci was cutting a bunch of people off his label at that time.
This man is a super fan, bro. He is a super fan. You imagine saying that Pooh Shiesty is a nobody when the highlight of your life is being his correctional officer in prison. This man knows about Gucci Mane, knows about Pooh Shiesty streams numbers, how much streaming he was doing. Bro, you are a super fan. And I can almost guarantee when you guys was in prison, you was on that man's you know what, bro. Right? You was D-rodding to the max. You was not popping it like this, bro.
I don't even think you gotta be. I'm not a fan, but I know all that. I'm not a fan. I can't stand Pooh Shiesty and all these niggas. But I know information. We all get on Instagram. We all get on. You know what I'm saying? He was a CO there. I'm sure he heard niggas talking and other inmates talking to him and other COs talking to him in the break room and all that. Like I don't gotta be a fan of a nigga to know something about him. I'm not a fan of LeBron, but I can tell you every team he been on. You feel me?
Not talking like this, bro. You was trying to be that man's friend, right? You was D-rodding, man. Yo, bro. Y'all gotta stop this, man. Don't hire super fans in any profession where they might have to work with celebrities. This dude is a fan. This man knows his music. This man knows his stream numbers. This man knows who he's song to. He knows the drummer with. Oh, my God. This is nasty work, man. Y'all let me know in the comment section what y'all think about this, bro. What y'all think?
Let me see what the comments talking about. Because I disagree with Flacco damn near everything he said. COs are worse than cops. Same reason you care. Spray bread. One day PF will have an epiphany. I think he's talking about Flacco, Poetic Flacco. he will realize that everything he says about other people applies to him. These videos are almost like a confession at this point. You're a cop too, fool. You infatuated with street cred. That's another thing I disagree with. I don't think you don't have to be, again, you don't have to be infatuated with street credibility or infatuated with the streets to make videos about it. It's just an avenue for money. Cause a lot of niggas be like, bro, why you care so much about other niggas? I don't care. I just record my opinion and say it and post it because it pays me, bro. It's a job. I don't really get no fuck. You think this keep me up at night? Like, what the fuck? I don't have to care about something to give an opinion on it. I don't know. Niggas be tweaking. The turnover rate is corrections is very high. Likely that this guy is no longer a CEO and found a new job elsewhere. Flacco, you are officer. The only difference, he white, y'all on the same seat. Yeah, Flacco crazy though. Like I fuck with Flacco heavy though, but nigga, you came to the internet and exposed the killer of Draco the Ruler. Like you gave us this information. That's kind of like, you know, police. And that's okay. I fuck with the popo. Shit. Cops usually know who's really making moves and who's just pretending. Their job is to observe and report. Some ain't fanboys. They just take their job serious. Yeah, I don't think. Flacco saying why he talking like he talk more than anyone else. I'm dropping a real video. Flacco get correctional officer speaking on criminals who he spends 8 to 16 hours a day. Exactly. That's another thing I was gonna say. He got more credibility to talk about the people who he was in prison with than me and Flacco or any other YouTuber got. We ain't never met these niggas. So he got more credibility. He got more pull. He got more wherewithal to get on the podcast. If he want to get on the podcast and say anything about these niggas that he experienced, he can say that. You know what I'm saying? That's like me saying I got more credibility to talk about the NBA than a motherfucker who played in the league. I could give my opinion. I could give my opinion from a fan standpoint. I can't tell you what's really going on in the league, though. You know what I'm saying? So that's how I kind of feel about it. Like, he's a CO, bro. He spends 8, 16 hours a day with these people for 4, 5, 6 years. You know what I'm saying? Versus me and me, nigga, you gonna catch me at the country club golfing before you ever catch me in the hood or a prison yard. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's kind of like how I feel about it. Like, I feel like Flacco was like looking at it a certain way. I don't know why, but Flacco was looking at it the wrong way.